reveals himself to us is because he knows that we cannot do it by ourselves. You have great faith. Yeah. How long the Lord takes won't be a problem. Your present condition, church, won't be a problem. If you have great faith, church, great faith minimizes your level of stress. Yeah. Great faith minimizes your level of concern. Great faith minimizes your doubts, minimizes your worries, minimizes your tears, minimizes your fears, minimizes your anxiety, and the greater your faith, church, the less worried you are about your current situation.
From the word of God that you're going to go through things. You're going to go through trials. But God says, well, I want you to, in the midst of it all, I need you to understand you got to trust me no matter what. Yeah. Don't you know it is possible for you as God's child to be faithful to the Lord and frustrated? Lord have mercy, y'all ain't saying nothing. I know it sounds cute. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I got to tell you this morning, you can be blessed and still stressed. Lord have mercy. It is possible, brothers and sisters, for you to be a child of God, to do everything that God has told you to do, and to be faithful to the Lord, but in the midst of your faithfulness, become frustrated about everything. But you don't even recognize what God is doing. You've been complaining about God putting these things. You cry and you mourn and you're trying to figure out what God is doing in your life. But what God is really saying, and God said, it's just a test. God says, and you know, if you fail the test, God says, I give you a makeup test. Yeah. If you fail the test, I make sure that you'll make that one up. And until you pass, you'll keep on having. Why am I going through what I'm going through? God says you ain't passed the first test yet. You don't want to challenge.
Some folk may look at you and your life and the mistakes that you have made in your life and feel like you should just be thrown in the junk pile. God says that give me the junk that nobody else wants. Yeah. And I know that there is value in that person because I created that person. Yeah. You and I have been fearfully and wonderfully made by God. Yeah. He knit this body together. Yeah. He knew what he was doing. Yeah. And I stopped by tonight to tell you that my God does not make any junk. Help me in here. Why? Because God fearfully and wonderfully made me. Yes, so I want you to see that God sees us as somebody. Yeah. We are not junk to God. We are valuable to God. So if God looks down on mere man and sees value in mere man, then man ought to be able to look up toward heaven and see the God who's been keeping us. The God who has... Oh, let me just slow down.
No, sir.
You know, y'all want me to talk. I can't do it like that. But I can't do it like that.
I tell you that because this is by the well.
Come on now.
I'm sorry, we don't handle Samaritans here. Caring. Caring.
Oh, man.
Not conveniently caring.
Yeah.
But just caring. Our lives are intermingled with everybody. God sprinkles us out into this world. Yeah. We're like salt. We're like leaven or yeast. We're like light in a dark place. And it's amazing how God puts us in different spots.
Yeah.
We care. We care because he cared.
I wanna go.
Oh.
I wanna be
tells us not to lie, and we lie, what have we done? Talk to me, church. When the Bible tells us not to steal, and we steal, what have we done? When the Bible tells us not to fornicate, and we fornicate, what have we done? When the Bible tells us not to commit adultery, and we commit adultery, what have we done? When the Bible tells us not to worry, and we worry, what have we done? It's deliberate. Jesus said, what you need to understand is, when you deal with God, He's not aloof. When you deal with God, He's not just the Father, but He has an intimate, personal relationship with you, whereby He is not just the Father, but He's your Father. What I'm trying to let you understand is that when you worry about the basic necessities of life, what you're doing is indicting God. And you're saying to Him, I can't trust you, Daddy.
I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad, but there's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living out of black land dirt. We'd get together in a family circle, singing loud. Daddy sang babe, Mama sang tenor, big little brother would join right in there. Singing seemed to help a troubled soul. But one of these days, it won't be long, I'll rejoin him in a song. I'm gonna join that family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken by and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang babe, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join right in there in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I got heaven on my mind, don't you know? I want to go where the milk and honey flow. There's a light that always shines, down inside this heart of mine. I've got heaven on my mind, and I'm feeling mighty fine, Yes, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling, Lord, I'm feeling mighty fine. Yes, I'm feeling fine.
I remember this denominational argument, this denominational illustration about the old woman. It goes like this. The old woman went to the grocery store, for the cupboard was bare. And so because of an empty cupboard, she went to the grocery store. Good illustration, right? Sounds good. But illustrations do not prove Bible theology. They never have, and they never will. You see, illustrations are designed to illuminate already present truth. It's like sunlight. If you have a dark room and you have one chair in the middle of this empty room, and you can't see what's in the room, but when the sun comes up and it shines through the window, now you see what's there. The sunlight didn't put the chair in the room. The sunlight illuminated that the chair was there. That's what an illustration is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you understand something that the Bible already teaches. It's not to put a teaching in the Bible. It's to illuminate a teaching that's already there. Now, to me, is why would one dead man hanging there look over to another dead man and say, remember me when you come into your kingdom, unless he had a concept of the resurrection.
Amen. Very good.
He knew that death was temporary. One dead man wouldn't ask another dead man to remember me when you come into your kingdom.
Wasting your time away. Are you ready?